Hey, what's up guys? Nathan here, back with another review. So today I'm going to be going over some Burton bindings and the different sizes and how they can affect your form of riding. So right now I have the Burton Genesis, the 2020 edition. You can get a close-up of that one. Pretty thick, nice soft footing, and you have the webbed netted backing and pretty thick straps both front and back, pretty malleable as well. Then you have the Cartels right here. And these are actually a large Cartel. These two come with pretty thick straps, also very malleable, with a nice foam pad base. Pretty similar to the Genesis thickness. So, alright, for those of you who don't know, the mediums, which are in the Genesis, which I have right here in my hand, are good for, I think it's like an 8.5 to a 10.5 boot. And then obviously the large is a 10.5 and up. So these are actually Brandon's bindings because he has a larger boot. And you know, I don't really have like the biggest boot. I actually decided to downsize on the boot so I could fit into these. So I went to like a 10. I could have put a 10.5 in this, but didn't quite like how snug it was. So I guess to give you a representation, let's see. Brandon's boots right here are 11s. I have medium bindings here. For those of you who want to know, can I fit in a medium binding to have less binding overhang on my board? Let's answer your question now. Actually fits a lot better than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. So if you wanted to do a setup like this to make sure your bindings fit better, you'd probably set your bindings back on your board. So I guess I'll give you an example. I have my Ride Super Pig, and I would have to stance them back. I'm over-exaggerating, obviously, to be on the board, but overhang is not that bad. Focuses in on that. I mean, it is overhanging more off the front, obviously. Not that I would recommend that setup. So, I'll put his other boot in this one right here. So you can see the difference in what a sized boot does. Alright, so that is the overhang with a large Burton binding and a size 11 boot. And this is a medium binding with a size 11 boot. And take in mind, this piece is adjustable, so you could probably bring it to about right here. Still not quite the same as these, but close. So if you're wondering if you could do it, my answer is yes, you could. You just simply have to take in mind how much toe overhang you might have. So enough with the boots and the sizes. Let's get to materials and what the product actually feels like. So okay, I'm gonna let you know first off, I'm not the owner of the Cartels. I'm actually the owner of the Genesis. And mainly just because I wanted their top of their line binding. Not that this is not their top of their line, but they're just ranked in different classes. This is their, I believe, there's 4 different ones. There's the Missions, Cartels, Meldi, or Meldai, I don't know. Another one, and then there's the Genesis. I don't know what order the Cartels and the other ones are. I think it's this one, and then one more, and then these. Who knows? Either way, they're about the same. So let's get more in depth. So as for like the material used, it seems to be the basic same material, composite, whatever they're using, on the toe straps and the actual foot strap, ankle strap. But I have to say the ankle strap on the Genesis is a little bit wider than the ankle strap on the Cartels, but not by much. And it's probably more personal preference at that, if you like a bigger strap for a wider surface area, or a smaller strap for like more confined areas. But other than that, the straps are relatively the same. As for the clicking or the ratcheting strap part, I have to say the Genesis is actually better there. That is definitely a part they didn't skimp on. So you have metal clips on all of it, where over here, if you look, these are plastic. So this piece that actually mounts and holds the strap is plastic on the Cartels, where on the Genesis, that piece is a nice solid metal. So I think that's why this one sounds a little different. I don't know if you can hear it. Let's see. So there's the Genesis. Here's the Cartels. Sounds about the same, I guess, but that's the main difference, is these are more metal, so I guess for safety reasons, but also means these might be a little lighter because these are larger and they are about the same weight as mine. So that's also a benefit and a downfall depending how you look at it. So to change the angle of the high back on the Cartels, I actually noticed, so let me show you. It's a spinner. So you spin it and it'll either raise the high back or lower the high back here. So you can get more angle or no angle. It's zeroed out. Where the Genesis actually has a lever that you pull, and then this piece slides in and out. So you can kind of maneuver it all the way out and then lock it in, or put it all the way back. I have it around the second one typically, and just like a little angle. That's just me. So it's another feature that differs between these two. And take in mind, for the price difference, I believe these are $350 and these are like $250 to $300, somewhere around there. So $50 to $80 difference. So another thing to look at on these is the actual high back. How is it going to feel? How is it going to flex? And what's it going to do whenever you're riding hard or you're just lackadaisical on the groomers? So my first impression of the Cartels after flexing, these are actually pretty strong, I'm not gonna lie. Nice strong high back. And then compared to the Genesis, also pretty strong high back. So I'd have to say These are a little bit more flexing, but these are also larger, so you get more surface area to pull from, so that's a little bit different. So the flex, I believe Burton gives both of these bindings, is a medium flex. They're not like their most rigid, but that's also a good or a bad thing depending on your riding style. So that's why I went with the Genesis, because they have one of their most rigid high backs, but they have a netted spring basically to cushion your heel as you lean into them. Where the Cartels over here are just one solid piece, so the flex you get is the flex you get. So that's why these have a little bit of flex on the actual back piece, where these don't, because they have the netting, so you still get some flex. And as for the cushion on the bottom, I really think that they're about the same. The designs are 100% the same. So if you look under them, they are 100% the same. 100% the same for the foam. For the foam, that's all I'm talking about. Is for the foam piece they use, so for landing. And then here, I'll give you a height representation of their small to their medium. Here, let me give you, we'll set that up like that. Let's do a walk around, kind of show you what we're looking at. So there's not much of a height difference, but there is a little bit of one. So that's about level. I'd say maybe it's half an inch higher. And they are probably, like I said, half an inch longer as well. It's kind of hard to see in the videos, but they are a decent bit bigger. I don't know if that can give you a representation right there. So there's that. Go ahead and set this camera back over here. So yeah, so I will let y'all make your pick for the selection over here. For the 2020 bindings. Let me go ahead and pull this, sorry. Alright. So that's your selection. I mean, what I can review for. I rode these this year, and they were a lot stiffer than what I was normally used to, so I rent boards, like I've said. It's just been more convenient for me. Living where I'm living and going out there, I didn't really have the room to bring it along, and it was just inconvenient for extra money. So for a trip, I only used it for about a week. Then I just decided to rent. But now that I go a little bit more often and I've started to get a lot better, I really wanted to buy my stuff, and I went ahead and tried to buy some of the best products. So that's why I went with Burton bindings, and then Ride's new Super Pig, which is pretty dope. I don't know if you can see it. It's over here to my side. Right here. Pretty cool board. And if you haven't checked out any of these three boards, so you have the Ride War, or the Ride Super Pig, the Ride War Pig, and then the Never Summer Prototype 2. And then go check them out in the link below. I have all of my buddies that rode each one of these this year and went with me. And these are actually the bindings that went on this Never Summer Prototype 2. And these bindings would probably be too big for my Super Pig in a 148, but that's honestly the size for a kid board, so I just kind of expect it. And then my Burton bindings, like I said, I loved them. You can really feel the cushion, I guess. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I mean, I want to say I felt it, but I also didn't ride anything else, which I really wanted to. I should have ridden his. But I'm just kind of giving you my opinion. And you know, I'm a mechanical engineering major, so like how things feel, I hope I can portray that pretty well to y'all. If you have any questions, comment down below. Obviously, small YouTube channel, so I will be able to get back with you. And let me know if you have any questions. I'll be posting some more reviews here pretty soon, probably more like over my boots and how my boots were affected by my board actually, and when you're riding the lift. As well as I still want to go over how you wax your board and headphones, because the headphones you wear, like, I've had a big issue with headphones every year I've gone, and finally I think I have something that it's cheap, nice, get on Amazon, and really helps out when you're on the slopes. You don't have to worry about not hearing anyone or fiddling with your phone. So I hope you all have learned some about Burton's bindings. Mainly have the, like I said, 2020 Genesis binding here and the large 2020 Cartels. So I'm not sure what color this is in. I think this is a frost black or something. But they're pretty dope. I like both of these bindings. I think they'd be great for any rider out there, being intermediate, beginner, or pro. So hope you all have learned a lot. And please subscribe and help out the channel, and I'll be posting more videos soon. Thank you.